Hey again, guys. I just thought I'd make this video about sort of like an update about ROTC and the reserves at the same time, why I decided to do it, and it was specifically asked by Matthew Duke. Could you please explain why you decided to do ROTC and reserves? How has it benefited you, and how has doing the reserves put you behind from where you were at in ROTC? Well, why I decided to do ROTC and reserves. Well, ROTC was always it was going to happen for me. I knew the Air Force was always what I wanted to do, and when I went to college, it was a matter of financial need, really, for the reserves at least, because I knew I was going in the Air Force either way, enlisted or officer. So the reason I chose to do reserves was to help pay for college at the same time while doing ROTC. That was kind of like the biggest factor, because with my AFFC as a fire protection specialist, I'm getting the GI Bill and the GI Bill kicker, which that's like just an extra sum of money for school a month, kind of like a stipend that they give you. So, and because I didn't get the ROTC scholarship, so that was kind of like, it was almost like a scholarship in itself for me, but just doing the reserves at the same time, if that makes any sense. And you also get tuition assistance, which is $4,500 for an academic year, and that's just free. That's you can use it over, and that's just every year. As long as you're in the Air Force, you get that $4,500 a year. So that covers all tuition, books, and just credit hours and all that kind of stuff. So that's $4,500. That gets you a lot, and pretty far. That can get you an associate's. That can get you a master's. It can get you a bachelor's. Sorry, then a master's. So how has it benefited me? It's definitely taught me a lot of discipline, being in the Air Force now, seeing how the Air Force is structured, because in all honesty, ROTC is like, I want to say it's a lot different the way that I was trained in ROTC and the way I was trained in Air Force Reserves now. Like operational Air Force, it's nothing like ROTC. Some things are different simply because it's officer and enlisted, but as a matter of like just how things work, operational Air Force is way different, because ROTC, they'll teach you a lot of stuff. You'll have all these upperclassmen, these juniors and seniors that have already gone to field training, who have this uniform, who think they've earned it, and I just thought that was complete crap, because you go to a 28-day field training in Maxwell Air Force Base in Alabama, and they come back with uniforms and they think that they're in the military. I just had a big problem with that now, because now that I'm actually in the Air Force and I've earned my uniform, I've gone to basic training, I'm in technical school right now, I've earned this uniform, and I just feel like in ROTC, and I'm sorry if I'm stepping on any toes, but that's just how it is, because I went away for 2 months. I got training on all sorts of things, and even though it wasn't as extensive as like the Marine Corps or the Army or whatnot, I still enlisted in the Air Force. I have my airman's coin sitting right here, and I just feel like the way that ROTC is and the way that operational Air Force is, it just differs a lot. So it might be hard for me to transition back into ROTC mode, because they had such a different way of doing things, and they just demanded respect instead of like giving respect first and then getting it, because that's just the way it works in the Air Force. You don't just demand respect, you give respect to someone, and you get that respect in return. Just like when I salute an officer, that officer salutes me back. He's not going to chew my ass up because I didn't salute him when I saw him. Like if I didn't see him, he's just going to be like, okay, that airman didn't see me. He's not going to try to find me, if that makes any sense. But I digress. The second part was, how has it put me behind from where I were in RTC? If anything, being in the reserves hasn't put me behind at all. It's actually probably bettered me. I mean, in terms of the course, yes, I'm a semester behind now in the course. Probably going to be a full year, because when I get back, I still have on-the-job training at my reserves base, and that can range from 90 to 180 days. So, in terms of just academic-wise, yes, I'm behind in ROTC, because that's just how it worked. I had to take a semester off to come here and do my training and whatnot in basic. But if anything, it's advanced me more. It's taught me more about how the Air Force actually is structured. And if anything, it gave me an edge for the program, because now that I know how the chain of command works, how everything, just how the structure of the whole Air Force works. I mean, you're taught that in ROTC, but as you all can probably testify, it's one thing to be taught something and then one thing to actually do it and be shown it and work like hands-on with it day in, day out, live, eat, breathe in the environment. It does teach you. It's a way different environment. So that's really all I have. Any other questions, I'll make videos on. You know, I'll do it whenever I can. I just got done for the weekend, so I have a whole weekend off now. Just got done with a week of training. Today was hose advancements up a ladder, so I had to take a charged hose with all my gear on and climb it up a ladder. It's pretty fun. Not really, but yeah. And just a cool little thing. Here's my coin that I bought. It was for the Fire Academy. It's DOD. Fire protection. Pretty cool stuff, because we're part of the Air Force, the Army, the Navy. It's the DOD, so it's Department of Defense Fire Academy, so we teach all branches, which is kind of cool. So I'm with Marines and Army and whatnot. Airman's coin. Only enlisted members get this coin. Pretty cool. Got it from my instructor, Technical Sergeant Douglas. And you got Squadron's coin, 323rd Squadron. Pretty cool. Tuskegee Airmen. And then this is something that's new. I never heard about this one, but it's called the Beast coin. And this is what you get for going to Beast, and Beast stands for Basic Expeditionary Airman Skills Training, which is kind of like your deployed environment, or Warrior Week. If you ever heard of Warrior Week in Basics, got the Airman's Crew in the back. Pretty cool. It's worth buying, and the way I thought about it was, I mean, you're only going through Basic once in your entire life. You're never going through it again. So I got everything I could. I got I got 2 squadron shirts. I got a squadron hoodie. I got my flight hoodie, which was Flight 181. And it was just get stuff. You're gonna want it. I mean, get all the photos, get everything you can, because that's stuff you're gonna want to show your kids, your grandkids. Like, it's stuff you're gonna have as pride as an airman. So, sorry for that random little tidbit, but yeah, that's all I really have for about ROTC and reserves. If that made any sense at all, please feel free to ask me any questions. I can talk about anything you guys want. At this time, I will see y'all later. Peace out.